Hey Aries, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Justin. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I use tarot as well as various other means to channel messages and provide guidance. So this time I am not going to be including astrological transits in the reading. Um, Let me know in the comments below if you've seen past videos where I have included that and what your thoughts are on whether I should continue including that or not. Um, so a couple nights ago, I had a dream um, that when I woke up from, I felt like it was meant to be brought up. So in this dream, I was waiting in line in a grocery store. I had like my basket of groceries. I don't really remember what was all in it. I know I had some yerba mate in it, but other than that, I'm not sure. But it was full of like groceries and stuff. Um, but I was in line, and then I had a bunch of people behind me, and there was a lady ended up coming up next to me, and like gave me this like look, kind of like trying to like guilt me, kind of into like letting her go in front of me, and naturally I just let her go in front of me because I felt like guilted into wanting or needing to do that. But as soon as I did, I let her go in front of me. I realized, I remembered that I had all these people behind me. So I instantly looked back, and there was like 30 people behind me, and they're all upset or whatever. So I felt like the bad guy, and then I reacted by um, saying, "Fine, you can have my spot. I'm just gonna leave." And then I set my basket down and just left, which is definitely overreacting. But I feel like this is kind of a message about boundaries and um, kind of getting away from people pleasing and not letting yourself be distracted by um, other people's energies before you're able to reach a finish line that you are almost at, whatever that may be for you. Um, I can think of a ton of different analogies for this. For me personally, I could think of a few different ones, but um, it's just something to think about. Then a number I've been seeing a lot recently too is 131, which when I looked that up, it has a lot to do with needing to put in the work to make stuff happen, make your dreams come true, like actually having to start doing the work and make it happen essentially. So that could be something to look into as well. And I think that goes along with this dream of not letting people guilt you in whatever way they are doing so, letting that stop you from doing what you actually want to do. Um, I think of like the yerba mate in my basket is like something that brings me. It's like a small pleasure, you know. It brings me like mental clarity, like just really kind of helps me wake up, um, like in my mental space, which I haven't had it tonight. That's plus I work 13-hour days, so I'm just kind of tired today. So forgive me there, but um, yeah. So um, I pulled an oracle card for you. I'm going to start your reading with an oracle card. I pulled this before the reading and looked into it, but it's called the Medallion. Hopefully you can see that. I'm still getting used to this camera, so I'm not sure. Um, but this card speaks on like the unconscious contracts that are made through objects that are given and received from people. The first things I think of are These I wear for a reason. They were given to me by someone. They hold a lot of significance and meaning for me. That's why I wear it all the time. I think there is kind of an unspoken, unconscious agreement whether what that is exactly, who's to say, but um, there's power in objects that are given. Everything is energy, everything is conscious. So just being aware of that is something for you to look into. Also, maybe letting go of any unconscious agreements through objects that you feel could be holding you back could be a good idea. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into your energy and see what is going on with Aries. So there could be something that's been causing you misery or that type of feeling in your mental space. It's been on your mind a lot. It could have to do with a previous connection or start of a relationship. Or you could have just had a start of an emotional connection recently in the past. But now you're getting to a place of more self-sufficiency and stability. And in your heart space, you're really thinking about what's going to bring you your happily ever after. You could, in your mental space, be focused on all these bad things that have happened. But I think in the future, you might be looking at maybe past life relationships. That's what the Six of Cups can have to do with. It could also be reminiscing about the past or past relationships in this lifetime. But you could have a lot of fast-moving energy going on outside of yourself at the moment. I'm going to ask for clarity on this Five of Pentacles energy. What is causing this? What is this thing you are thinking about? So I would say it's a decision that you've been really torn between. I thought of the Two of Pentacles at first, but it's actually Two of Wands. So, but with this picture, it almost looks like they are battling each other, like the two characters in the picture. So it almost seems like you're at odds with two different opposing views or outcomes or things you want to see happen, or just two sides of a story you're kind of at odds with. But also, like with the person holding them, it's kind of looking playful. So maybe this could just be kind of maybe overthinking and really just letting things kind of blow out of proportion because of overthinking. I know I struggle with that, especially with my job. I have a lot of time to think, so I was actually talking about that today, about maybe wanting to start listening to audiobooks or something while I'm at work, because sometimes it's really just when I start overthinking with negative scenarios that it becomes a problem. But I think this is what this is kind of speaking on. But I would say in your heart space, you're very focused on relationships. That is definitely a key thing for you going on right now. And I would say there's been a lot of fast movement. Regarding relationships, whether it's like a change in dynamic in a relationship, maybe an actual change of relationships, probably a change in the way you view a relationship. So yeah, I'm thinking of this dream again, and I think it kind of makes sense. Maybe in order to get to your happily ever after, um, you really gotta just not let yourself get distracted by these negative energies or lower frequency energies. When I was thinking about that dream earlier, it felt like it was actually like a manipulative um, type of energy with the guilting me to let them in front of me, just kind of like a manipulative thing. I had a story, a recent experience I was going to bring up, but I will probably hold off on that. But yeah, I would just say try not to let overthinking be something that stops you from getting what you want, even if it's a simple pleasure. Because that's what the Six of Cups actually does speak on. It's like the simple pleasures or like simpler times, um, and wanting to like get back to that. And I think you will be able to get back to that, whether it's with the previous person or with just getting back into that energy, essentially. I think you'll be able to get there, but you just want to be mindful of distractions that could potentially be a roadblock from you getting there. But I think you have the power to push through, especially with how self sufficient you've become recently, or you currently are. So, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up this reading. Um, I will just add a self care oracle card because it's something I do for all my readings. I think it's good to practice self care. Try to incorporate that into our lives more. So for you, this is saying to watch a movie. So it's pretty self explanatory. Maybe like a feel good movie. I know for me personally, the main thing I only really watch is anime. That's kind of like my feel good, happy place essentially. So maybe snuggling up with the animal if you have one at home and just getting in your comfort zone and treating yourself to some downtime with a good movie. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Aries. Until next time, I wish you well and take care.